Fortunate to have with us His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj. Maharaj is from Nigeria. Maharaj is going to join with us by another 1 hour, by 6 p.m. Maharaj is going to join. Till then, we are going to do the Kirtan, Sandhyarthi, and Singarthi. So I request Srinivasan Prabhu, over to you, Prabhu, to start the Kirtan. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Danda Pranam. Please start Kirtan, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Srinivas Prabhu. Thank you so much for your wonderful kirtan. And thank you, others, for supporting Prabhu and other devotees. Thank you so much. Now we have Sandhya Arati going to sing by Sudama Charu, and Arati is going to perform by Ravi Amsa Prabhu. Over to Ravi Amsa Prabhu and Sudama Prabhu.
Aarti after 6, after 6, not now, Prabhu.
Prabhu,
What?
Arati is now, Prabhu.
6 மணிக்கு தான் பிரவச்சனே. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி எல்லாம்
அப்படியா?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yeah, he is starting now. 1 second, Prabhu.
Mataji, are you ready?
Krishna Prabhu, no problem. Yeah, Katakanda. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Shiva Jayo, Jaya Gaura Chande, Arotika Soba. Janavita Tavani Jagamana Loba Devadagni Nitachandani Gadadara Devadagni Nitachandani Gadadara Ekatiya Paida Srinivasa Chatradhara Iba Bose Achigauracham Ratna Simmasani Ratna Simmasani Aruti Korena Brahma Adi Devagani Ivanara Hari Adi Koi Tamara Dulaya Jaya Munda Basu Osu Adigaya Shiva Sangha Bhaje Ganda Bhaje Bhaje Karota Madhura Vedanga Bhaje Paramatalala Ganga Bhaje Ganda Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Ganga Bhaje Ganda Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Eva Bhaku Koti Chandadiri Madana Ujala desi bana mala kore jala mala Shiva Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Preme Gadagada Atati Vinoda Devi Tora Sambada Aurangaratika Adika Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Vimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vastataya Desatarini Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परिवराचार्य सोस अबे चरण भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडराचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परिवराचार्य सोस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपिनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। गंगा माई की जय, यमुना माई की जय, मथुरा धाम की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवदीप धाम की जय, मायापुर धाम की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की जय, सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णवंद की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंद्रा की जय। हरिनाम संगीतनम की जय। All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Now we are going to do the Narsingarthi by Kavyasri and Navyasri. Kavyasri, over to you.
श्री श्री विघ्न विनाश नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय। श्री भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
Thank you so much, Kavyasri and Navyasri. Thank you so much for your wonderful kirtan. Hare Krishna. Now, as Maharaj is going to join by 6 only, we will do Hare Krishna Mahamandra Kirtan.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah. Prabhu, I would like to do the kirtan.
Okay, Maharaj.
1 second. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय गौ सीता मनंदे हरि बोल
Hare Krishna. Maharaj is not to join actually. Maharaj is supposed to join. We have few more minutes are there. Request any Kundan Mataji, can you allocate one or two devotees to lead the kirtan for some more time?
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's, Mataji's, is anyone willing to sing a kirtan?
Prasanna Vasudeva Radhasaki Mataji, are you there? Or any other devotees?
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Prabhu,
can I
Hare
do?
Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sriranga.
Yeah, both.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshadarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Sri Sri Harinam Sangeet Guru ki, Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Bande Hari Hari Bol.
His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Welcome Maharaj for Gauranga Desh Yatra. Today we are very fortunate to have with us His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj. Maharaj is from Nigeria and he grew up as a Roman Catholic. From a very young age, Maharaj was inclined spiritually and wanted to know about reincarnation and karma. When he came across these topics in Daily Times newspaper by the Hare Krishna movement, he wrote to them and received a copy of Back to Godhead magazine, which is inspired to visit to the ISKCON temple in Lagos. There, he not only very much enjoyed the prasadam, music, and dance in the company of the devotees, but was also very satisfied with the answers to his questions on incarnation and karma. This impelled him to go deeper in the understanding and practice of Bhakti Yoga. Maharaj was initiated from His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj in 1985 and took his second initiation in 1986. On 25th March 2005, Maharaj was awarded the Renounced Order of Life in Sriram Mayapur and given the name Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on behalf of His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj. Maharaj is the first African sannyasi and Diksha Guru in ISKCON. He has also served as GBC of West Africa for more than 5 years. Maharaj is known for his humility, gravity, and deep knowledge of the scriptures. He has recently authored a book, Spiritual Connection, Understanding the Dynamics of Guru-Disciple Relationship. Maharaj also regularly teaches Bhakti Shastri and Bhakti Vaibhav courses at the Vrindavan and the Mayapur Institute and facilitates numerous seminars on the practical aspects of Krishna conscious philosophy, such as community building, self-sufficiency, etc. Following the desire of his spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj is also developing vibrant Krishna conscious self-sustainable farm community in Ghana and Nigeria. So once again, we welcome His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada. Jai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Radha Desh Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Over to you. Maharaj.
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Maharaj, your video is a little upside down. Yes, Maharaj. Hari Hari.
Okay.
Now I request His Grace Bhagavan Govinda Prabhu to offer garland to Maharaj. His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you very much. Beautiful gallant. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Can we start now?
Yes, Maharaj.
All right. We sincerely thank all of you for giving us the opportunity to associate with all of you. And we pray that Nityananda Prabhu will bestow his costless mission upon all of you and fulfill your spiritual and material desires to become very strong in their Krishna consciousness. So Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. We're reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilina chapter 5. The glorious Lord Nityananda Balaram. So we start from text 1. Ramera Charita Sabha Dukera Karana Swatantra Lilaya Duka Sahena Lakshmana. The activities all around were full of suffering. But Lakshmana, of his own accord, tolerated that suffering. As a younger brother, he could not stop Lord Ram from his resolution. And so he remained silent, although unhappy in his mind. When Lord Krishna appeared, he, Balaram, became his elder brother to serve him to his heart's content and make him enjoy all sorts of happiness. Sri Ram and Sri Lakshmana, who are plenary portions of Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, respectively, entered into them at the time of Krishna's and Balaram's appearance. Krishna and Balaram present themselves as younger brother and elder brother, but in the scriptures, they are described as the original Supreme Personality of Godhead and his expansion. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who by his various plenary portions appears in the world in different forms and incarnations, such as Lord Ram, but who personally appears in his supreme original form as Lord Krishna. Lord Chaitanya is the same Lord Krishna. Lord Nityananda is Lord Balaram. Lord Nityananda fulfills all of Lord Chaitanya's desires. The ocean of Lord Nityananda's glories is infinite and unfathomable. Only by his mercy can I touch even a drop of it. Please listen to another glory of his mercy. He made a fallen living entity climb to the highest limit. To disclose it now proper, to disclose it is not proper, for it should be kept as confidential as the Vedas. Yet, as I speak of it to make his mercy known to all. O Lord Nityananda, I write of your mercy out of great exaltation. Please forgive me for any of my offenses. Lord Nityananda Prabhu had a servant named Mina Ketana Ram Das, who was a reservoir of love. At my house, there was Sankirtan day and night. And therefore, he visited there, having been invited. Absorbed in emotional love, he sat in my courtyard, and all the Vaishnavas bowed down at his feet. In a joyful mood of love of God, he sometimes climbed upon the shoulder of someone offering obeisances. and sometimes struck others with his foot or mildly slapped them. When someone saw the eyes of Minakitana Ramadas, tears will emotionally flow from his own eyes. A constant shower of tears flowed from the eyes of Minakitana Ramdas. Sometimes there were eruptions of ecstasy, kadamba flowers on some part of his body. And sometimes one limb will be stunned, while another will be trembling. Whenever he shouted aloud the name Nityananda, the people around him were filled with great wonder and astonishment. One respectable Brahmana named Sri Unarnava Mishra was serving the deity. When Minakitana was seated in the yard, this Brahmana did not offer him respect. Seeing this, Ramdas became angry and spoke. Here I found the second Ramahasana Sutta, who did not stand to show honor even when he saw Lord Balaram. After saying this, he danced and sang to his heart's content. But the Brahmana did not become angry, for he was then serving Lord Krishna. At the end of the festival, Minakitana Ramdas went away, offering his blessings to everyone. At that time, he had some controversy with my brother. My brother had firm faith in Lord Chaitanya, but only a dim glimmer of faith in Lord Nityananda. Knowing this, Sri Ramdas felt unhappy in his mind. I then rebuked my brother. These two brothers, I told him, are like one body. They are identical manifestations. If you do not believe in Lord Nityananda, you will fall down. If you have faith in one but disrespect the other, your logic is like the logic of accepting half a hen. It would be better to be an atheist by slighting both brothers than a hypocrite by believing in one and slighting the other. Thus Ramdas broke his flute in anger and went away. At that time, my brother fell down. I have thus described the power of the servant of Lord Nityananda. Now I shall describe another characteristic of his mercy. That night, Lord Nityananda appeared to me in a dream because of my good quality in chastising my brother. In a village of Jamatapura, which is near Naihati, Lord Nityananda appeared to me in a dream. I fell at his feet, offering my obeisances, and he then placed his own lotus feet upon my head. Arise, get up, he told me again and again. Upon rising, I was greatly astonished to see his beauty. He had a glossy, blackish complexion, and his tall, strong, heroic stature made him seem like Cupid himself. He had beautifully formed hands, arms, and legs, and eyes like lotus flowers. He wore a silk cloth with a silk turban on his head. He wore golden earrings on his ears and golden armlets and bangles. He wore tinkling anklets on his feet and a garland of flowers around his neck. His body was anointed with the sandalwood oil, and he was nicely decorated with tilak. His movement surpassed those of the maddened elephants. His face was more brilliant, more beautiful than millions upon millions of moons, and his teeth were like pomegranate seeds because of his twin better. His body moved to and fro, right and left, for he was absorbed in ecstasy. He chanted Krishna, Krishna in a deep voice. His red stick moving in his hand. He seemed like a maddened lion. All around the four sides of his feet were bumblebees. His devotees dressed like cowherd boys surrounded his feet like so many bees and also chanted Krishna, Krishna, absorbed in ecstatic love. Some of them played the horns and flutes, and others danced and sang. Some of them offered betel nuts, and others waved the chamara fans about him. Though I saw such opulence in Lord Nityananda Swarupa, his wonderful form, qualities, and pastimes are all transcendental. I was overwhelmed with transcendental ecstasy, not knowing anything else. Then Lord Nityananda smiled and spoke to me as follows. My dear Krishnadas, do not be afraid. Go to Vrindavan, for there you will attain all things. After saying this, he directed me towards Vrindavan by waving his hand. Then he disappeared with his associates. I fainted and fell to the ground. My dream broke. And when I regained consciousness, I saw that the morning had come. I thought about what I had seen and heard and concluded that the Lord had ordered me to proceed to Vrindavan at once. That very second, I started for Vrindavan, and by his mercy, I reached there in great happiness. All glories on Lord Nityananda Balaram, by whose mercy I have attained shelter in the transcendental abode of Vrindavan. All glory to the merciful Lord Nityananda, by whose mercy I have attained shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Tanata. By his mercy, I have attained the shelter of the great personality, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. And by his mercy, I have found the refuge of Sri Swarupa Damodara. By his mercy, by the mercy of Sanatana Goswami, I have learned the final conclusions of the devotional service. And by the grace of Sri Rupa Goswami, I have tasted the highest nectar of devotional service. All glory to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, by whose mercy I have attained Sri Radha Govinda. Purport. Sri Narottam Das Thakur, this is Srila Prabhupada's purport. Sri Narottam Das Thakur, who is famous for his poetic composition, known as Vartana, had lamented in one of his prayers, when will Lord Nityananda be merciful upon me, so that I will forget all material desires. Sri Narottam Das Thakura confirms that unless one is freed from material desires to satisfy the needs of the body and senses, one cannot understand the transcendental abode of Krishna. Now, he also confirms that one cannot understand the loving affairs of Radha and Krishna without going through the direction of the 6 Goswamis. In other words, Narottam Das Thakura has stated that without the costless mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, one cannot enter into the affairs of Radha and Krishna. I am more sinful than Jagai and Madai, and even lower than the worms in the stool. Anyone who hears my name loses the result of his pious activities. Anyone who utters my name becomes sinful. Who in this world but Nityananda will show his mercy to such an abominable person as me? Because he is intoxicated by ascetic love and is an incarnation of mercy, he does not distinguish between the good and the bad. He delivers all those who fall down before him. Therefore, he has delivered such a sinful and fallen person as me. Although I am sinful and am the most fallen, he has conferred upon me the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami. I am not fit to speak all these confidential words, but about my visiting Lord Madana Gopal and Lord Govinda. Lord Madan, the chief deity of Vrindavan, is the enjoyer of Rasa dance and is directly of the king of Raj. He enjoys the Rasa dance with Srimati Radharani, Sri Lalita, and others. He manifests himself as a puppet of puppets, wearing yellow garments and decorated with a flower garland. Lord Krishna, appearing among the gopis with his smiling lotus face, looked directly like the Chama. Wearing yellow garments and decorated with the flower garland, Lord Krishna, appearing among the gopis with his smiling lotus face, looked directly like the charmer of the heart of puppets, with Radha and Lalita serving him on his 2 sides. He attracts the heart of all by his own sweetness. A mercy alone Nityananda showed me Sri Madan Mohan and gave me Sri Madan Mohana as my Lord and Master. He granted to one as low as me sight of Lord Govinda. What cannot describe this, nor is it fit to be disclosed? For Lord Nityananda Prabhu, very, very merciful, very, very kind. extremely merciful. So Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami is glorifying him. Because Lord Nityananda Prabhu, the nature of the material world is so terrible that even those who want to help us, they are in trouble trying to help us. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he took sannyas with the desire to preach Krishna consciousness, to help conditions. And Nityananda Prabhu appeared with him to serve him and to create wonderful opportunity for us to get Lord Krishna. So he decided not to take sannyas. For what? Because Lord Nityananda Prabhu knows by taking sannyas, becoming a sannyasi, there's so many rules and regulations. Don't do this, don't do that, don't go here, you can't. So many rules and regulations. And Nityananda Prabhu's intention is to deliver the whole world. How will he do that? If he takes sannyas. Because many people cannot have access to him due to rules and regulations. Many people don't have access. Out of his costless mercy, on Nityananda Prabhu, he became our Dut. Our Dut does opposite things. He does opposite. Here we saw that he is fully decorated with ornament, fully decorated. As Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami described it. He's fully decorated with valuable jewels, beautiful flowers, flower garlands, decorating his body. Is fully ornamented. How is that the life of another Dut? So majority of people will not understand him. Majority of people. The other day we described how when he decorated his body with ornament and he appeared on his way from Jagannath Puri to Bengal, until we're trying to rob him. Here also we are seeing how in his desire to save the conditional soul, many people misunderstood him. And they consider him to be an ordinary person. Because the Nityananda Prabhu does not behave, he doesn't behave the normal way that people, without understanding that he is an Abadut. And he purposefully took that form. So he can penetrate, he can go anywhere. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, on Nityananda Prabhu, if it is in a hotel, if I see it in a hotel, if I see him in a brothel, in a alcoholic shop, I have full confidence, I have full understanding. There is no doubt in my mind that he has gone there only to deliver the people. That is what it stands for. But many people cannot understand the essence. They are simply concerned with the externals. They don't go beyond the externals. So to see the reality. Taking risk to deliver us. Still, we have so many misunderstandings and complaints about him. Nityananda Prabhu is the Lord of the universe. So there is nothing There's nothing which he needs. There's nothing. Everything is his property in this world. Everything is his property. Everything belongs to Lord Nityananda. Lord Krishna has his three principal energies, spiritual energies. Three principal spiritual energies: Sandini, Sambit, and Ladini. Sambit, Sandini, Ladini. Ladini Shakti belongs to Srimati Rani. She's in charge of that. Sambit and Sandini is Lord Balaram, or Balaram, Nityananda Balaram is in charge. To understand Krishna, to understand who we are, to understand different energies of Krishna, to understand Krishna, to understand the abode of Krishna, Nityananda Prabhu is responsible for this. One cannot understand Krishna without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, as described here by Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. This is his personal experience. To understand Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to understand Krishna, to enter into Goloka Vrindavan or Vaikuntha, one does not have any power, even a moment opportunity without the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Everything depends on Nityananda. To understand, even for Krishna to understand who he is, depends on Nityananda. Krishna knows himself the supreme personality of Godhead and his opulence and the spiritual abode. Nityananda. We saw in Krishna's body, Lord Krishna's body, his crown, his dhoti chada, his dhoti, his flute, his footwear, his bed, his coaches, foams for him to lie down. Everything is coming from the Balaram. Every single grain of sand in Vrindavan is expansion of Balaram. He is everything. He is everything. That is Balaram. So he came to this material world only for the purpose of delivering us. And he devised many ways, as the Prabhupada said. The Prabhupada said we should devise many ways to expand Krishna consciousness, because that is the system set and followed by Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda Balaram. And then all his followers are following the same way. Balaram. Nityananda Balaram. So everything comes from him. So, unfortunately, people will criticize him. How is this an abbot? How is it a Mahajan? How is it a Mahajan with all the opulence of his body? Well, that is his paraphernalia. That is his paraphernalia. But envious people cannot understand. Very unfortunate. They cannot understand. That does not disturb the Lord from spreading or from helping us. After all, Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Sakura were the first Sankirtan devotees. They were the first Sankirtan devotees. First. But the time Mahaprabhu, he called Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Sakura. From today, I want you to go house to house, street to street, person to person, town to town, country to country, village to village, island to island, jungle to jungle. Whomever you meet, tell them, the only thing they have to do in this one to consider that Krishna is our supreme friend, supreme witness. It's everything. Everybody should follow his path. Ordering them, Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, they started Sankirtan every day to go on Sankirtan. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu has so many pastimes on the way. On Sankirtan, he will see a young girl, Nityananda Prabhu, yeah, should marry me, I want to marry you. Because hey, what is Nityananda Prabhu wrong? Haridas will not run as much as Nityananda Prabhu. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. Nobody can catch him. So Haridas is the only person who is in trouble. Every day Haridas is in trouble because he will perform something. He must do something that attracts attention of people. So on your Sankirtan report, because they have the report every day. On the Sankirtan report, they will come and give report to the Chaitanya, Advaita Charya. Haridas will report. Today, what my eyes saw, my word cannot speak it. I don't have the strength to describe what I saw with my eyes today. Alone Nityananda Prabhu did on our Sankirtan. Every day I'm in trouble. Every day Haridas Thakur must report. The Sankirtan report of a behavior of Nityananda Prabhu. So one day, Haridas, he reported to Advaita Charya. Advaita Charya said, hey, my friend, what do you expect when you go with a madman? When you are moving with a mad person, what do you expect? What do you expect? A gentle behavior. You are moving with a mad person. So you should expect difficulty, problem. They cannot give us Sankirtan because that is the order given to them from the Titan Mahaprabhu. And they have taken that order on their head. So every day they must go Sankirtan. Even if Haridas does not want to go, don't need to remember has to force him. So they will go together on Sankirtan. So as they were doing the Sankirtan, one day they came upon a crowd. So Nityananda Prabhu asked, what is happening there? Jaga and Mandai were fighting. They were terrible. They would fight other people, and they also sometimes they were fighting themselves alone, fighting themselves. Fight standing, fight lying down. They would lie down and fight each other after heavy drinking. So that day they were fighting themselves. The children were fighting each other, lying down. People have gathered to watch what is happening. Nityananda Prabhu asked the people, what is happening? The people around told him, our duty, Brahmana, please, even in the name of preaching God consciousness, we beg you, please don't go to them. They will kill you. These people are terrible. There's no sin they have not committed. Don't go there. So Nityananda Prabhu will look at Haridas Thakur. So what do you think? What do you think we should do? What should we do? Haridas Thakur said, my dear Lord, you have already decided to deliver them. So what would I say? It is your desire they want to deliver them. So do your duty. So Nityananda Prabhu smiled and he went to them. Hey brothers, what is this? Get up and chant Hare Krishna. Upon hearing that sound, Hare Krishna, these modern people got up. Nityananda, Lord Nityananda Prabhu ran. They ran. The people were chasing the people around and said, yes, it is very good for you. We told you not to go there. We told you it's very good for you. Stand, let them beat you, let them kill you. We told you should not go there. You didn't listen to us. You went there. Stand and face them. Lord Nityananda Prabhu ran. Harada Sakura also he ran, but he cannot run as fast as Lord Nityananda Prabhu disappeared. So he came back and told the Advaita Acharya, today another terrible thing happened. And Harada narrated. Advaita Acharya said, yes, I know it all. I promise you that very soon Lord Nityananda Prabhu is going to do his business. He's going to deliver them. That I know very well. So another day, Lord Nityananda Prabhu went again to them. And then he told Haridas, see, my dear Haridas, if I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if I am the servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if I'm a disciple, if I'm actually a disciple must do something to glorify his master. That is the duty of disciple. So I want to do something to glorify my Lord. Otherwise, how can I call myself a servant? The servant is not just I got my name changed. The servant is one who do something to glorify the master. I have not done anything that will glorify my Lord. So how can I call myself a disciple? I will only consider myself a disciple, and I will only be happy when I will do something that will glorify my Lord. Therefore, I have to find a way to make my Lord deliver those sinful people so that his name will be broadcast all over the world as a savior of the most fallen. I want that. If my Lord has come here for delivering the lowest class of people, then where are the better people than this to be delivered? Of course, I will say that Nityananda Prabhu, he delivered the Brahmana, but he can't deliver us. We are worse than Jagai Mada. Jagai Mada is the Brahmanas. Not just Brahmanas, they're born in the Holy Land. Not only born in the Holy Land, they are by contrast associated with the Lord. So I feel that Lord Nityananda Prabhu will be considered the most merciful person when he will deliver useless people like us. As Krishna Goswami is saying, actually he's talking about our qualities, not his own, but in pure humility, he's speaking like this to teach us how we should feel. They are teaching us how we should feel, how we should behave. This is the qualification one needs to become successful in Krishna consciousness. That we'll be able to get the message along with Nityananda Prabhu. We need this kind of mood. We need this kind of mentality. Here, Krishna Goswami presented himself like this. And here, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is describing the mentality, the duty of a devotee. How can I call myself a disciple when I have now done something to glorify my Lord? I must do something to expand the glory of my Lord. Then I can call myself a disciple. Nityananda Prabhu is teaching us. So I must find a way to glorify my Lord. I must make his name be known all over the world. So he went to them and requested them, my dear brothers, I want you to chant Hare Krishna immediately. The two boys got up. The first day when they were chasing Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas, and they were running because they were fully drunk. They couldn't run fast. They could not run faster. Nityananda Prabhu escaped with Haridas. But They were calling them, where do you people think you are running to? The whole of this Navadvip is in our hand. We know everywhere, and everyone is in our hand. So what you think you can run to? You just run, we will get you. But they cannot get them because they are drunk and they cannot run as fast as Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas. No, do they know where they are? But Jagai Madai, they love Sridhar Mahaprabhu in his kirtan because while they are drunk, they hear the kirtan, they will dancing outside. They don't enter inside, but outside they will dancing. And they knew Sridhar Mahaprabhu was the one doing the kirtan. So they will joke with him. They intuitively they know themselves. This is our master we have been waiting for. They got a blessing to take 3 breaths. But after completing the 3 breaths, they knew that the most merciful incarnation of all the English spirits, the most merciful, the most benevolent one, the most magnanimous one is coming. The Thai and Chaitanya are coming. Therefore, they didn't go back after the completion. They waited for Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now they are here. By providence, they have made the way together. Nityananda Prabhu have decided. They waited for us. So what else we do than to deliver them? So when they met again, Nityananda Prabhu went to them and said, my friend, my dear brother, you have to chant the name of Krishna. The guy hit Nityananda Prabhu's forehead with a piece of metal pot they used in drinking. And blood was coming. Nityananda Prabhu was not angry at Krodha Nityananda. He was not angry. He didn't feel angry. Just like when a baby hit the mother with the feet, the mother never feel disturbed about that. This is nothing. This joy. The same way only Nityananda Prabhu felt. These are my children. These are my children. So their thought is a play for me. I cannot be angry. Allah Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaching us how a devotee should behave when the Vaishnava is attacked. When Krishna is attacked, a devotee should become completely intolerable. He will act like fire. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught the process. As Nityananda Prabhu is teaching us how a devotee should behave. But Chaitanya also is teaching. But Chaitanya Prabhu is also teaching us the way to act. So he came there with the Sudarshan Chakra, cut off the head. Nityananda Prabhu will say, what is this? Don't disgrace me. What is this you want to do? Don't disgrace me here. This is not the time for Sudarshan Chakra. Sudarshan Chakra is 500 years, 5,000 years ago. This is not the time. Don't disgrace me. What is this? Don't do this. We are not Vishnu. We are not Vishnu. Vishnu can do that, but you are not Vishnu. So don't do this here. We have come here to kill the demon, not with the Sudarshan Chakra, but with the holy name, to deliver the soul from all the demonic qualities, get it all completely cleared off. This is what we have come to do. Sudarshan Chakra. Please keep it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became cool as Nityananda Prabhu is talking. Then, if we're seeing this, the whole world was drowned in the ocean of bliss. So Jagai begged for forgiveness. He begged, and the Lieutenant of God said, "You have nothing to beg for because you're not offending me. I came here because I'm eternal servant of thy contract." So get up and chant Hare Krishna mantra. He chanted. Madai came and said, "Hey, what about me? We are brothers. We live together. We do everything together." And I was saying that what you did is wrong. Should not do this to you. Please deliver me also. The two brothers were delivered by Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu delivered them. This is his desire. Whatever he desired, Maharaj was fulfilled. He desired it, and it was fulfilled. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu desired the deliverance. Of course, Krishna Kavada Goswami is already a devotee, but externally to use the word, he wanted him delivered. He was delivered. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him everything that he needed. This is Lord Nityananda Prabhu. His mercy is unlimited. Unlimited. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he collected all the sins in his body and became very black, very black. And he asked, all devotees, how do I look now? All of you should see me. How am I looking like? The devotee responded, Shama Sundara. Sham Sundar. Sham. Yeah, no more Gora. Yeah, not Sham. You have gone back to their form. You took Gora form, symmetry form. But now, at this time, you are back to Sham Sundar. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he absorbed all the sins. Jaga and Madai, they committed every offense, all the everything that offenses and sinful activities that one can perform. They did all. Only one thing they did not do. They didn't blaspheme Vaishnavas. Vrindavan Das Thakura said, Vrindavan Das Thakura said, this is a mercy of alcohol. Under the influence of alcohol, because they were drunk every day, they did not remember Vaishnavas. Therefore, they did not blaspheme Vaishnavas. That was the cause of their deliverance. Vaishnava Para they didn't commit because of the influence of alcohol. So when this happened, Nityananda Prabhu collected all their sins and they became transformed back to the original spiritual form. The whole world was a big kirtan. That kirtan attracted the whole world. Lord Shiva came, and when Lord Shiva came and he saw what happened. When Lord Shiva saw that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had taken all the sins of Jagadmaya and liberated them, they are now pure devotees. Jagadananda Das and Madhavananda Das. We initiated Chaitanya. Jagadananda Das and Madhavananda Das. The year before last, we went to their place, their house, Katwa. We went there. We also saw their beautiful temple. And they got the initiation from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very nice. So Lord Shiva in ecstasy, he could not contain himself. Lord Shiva danced and danced up to the point that his hair scattered, his dirty flew out. He was completely naked in madness of ecstasy, of pure love of Godhead. At the time Mahaprabhu delivered Jagat Madai. Lord Shiva, he was in the air dancing. The whole world was amazed to see what was happening. Maharaj is General Secretary General. Employed many people to help him keep the record of the sinful activities of Jagat and Madai, and they couldn't keep the record. Nobody was able to completely keep the record. They fainted. All of them fainted. But Chitrangupta would deliver them. So when the Chitragupta reported this to his master, Yamaraj, he got to know about this, and upon hearing the kirtan, he was coming down to see what was happening. When he saw what was happening, Yamaraj fell off from his statement to the ground and fainted. It was a heavy commotion, spiritual commotion. In appreciation for their deliverance, Sridhar asked them to create a pond. So they dug a gut. Now I do. As a token of appreciation, and somehow he told all the devotees, from today onward, you should never again repeat your sinful activities, because now you have been forgiven completely. I will never again remember all the sinful activity. I will never remember them. But if you do one, I will remember everything. I will remember everything. So from today, don't do anything. Don't do any sinful activities again. Do not do any sinful activities again. I will never remember all these past sinful activities you did. I will never remember. From today, everything is 100% closed. Everything is completely closed, finished, cancelled. There's nothing again in sinful in my life. Don't repeat again anything. And all the devotees, nobody should look at them as Jagat and Madai, because now they are completely transformed. They're different personalities now. Jagadananda and Madhavananda. It was a huge celebration. This is possible only by the costless mercy of Lord Nityananda. And there's so many wonderful persons. And we would like to stop here and see if you have a comment or questions. Hare Krishna Prabhus and Matajis. Hare Krishna devotees.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj, for the enlightening class. Any questions? If anybody devotees, you have questions, you can ask. Please unmute and you can ask questions to Maharaj.
There's a question here. It is said that the report list of held by Lord Dharmaraja had no limit. Still, Lord Nityananda forgave them. My question is the following: if one comes to join this Hare Krishna movement with complete eagerness and strictness of exemplary Vaishnava behavior, and later one is discovered that actually this person had performed many crimes, what should we do? What should we do with that person? If it is a murderer or tapper, murderer or raper? If the person is a murderer or a raper? It's a good question. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Atke Charno Me Koti Koti Pranam. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Yes, if a devotee has come to join the Hare Krishna movement and he's doing very nicely, and later we discover that the person is a murderer, is a raper, what should we do? I remember an incident in America. One devotee jumped the jail. He was jailed, but he jumped the jail and ran to the Hare Krishna temple. I lived in the temple for some time. And they were doing nicely. So after many years, he reported himself to the temple authority that actually he was a criminal and he jumped the jail. So he came to a temple and he has been practicing nicely. Everyone saw that he was trying to do nicely. He tried to change. So there were no notice of any bad thing or stealing from him. For all the time he had been in the movement. But when he said this, he sincerely reported himself. Nobody knows. He sincerely reported himself that this is what he had been before. And he ran from the jail to come to the temple. So he was advised to go and report back to the police where he escaped from the jail. He sincerely went back and reported. And they took him to the court. And everything was explained. So the magistrate and other people who were in charge there, they asked him, so for all these years that you jumped the jail, what have you been doing? He said he joined the Hare Krishna movement. And for all these years till this very day, he has come back here. There's no meat, flesh, no flesh, all varieties of flesh, no alcohol, no gambling, no intoxication. There were no illicit sex. There was no sex for all these years I've been here. And he woke up 3 o'clock to take a cool shower and go singing and preaching. This is what he's doing. He was very sincere, very straightforward. He did that. Honestly. The magistrate declared, the place you are is more of a jail than our own jail, so you better go back there. He was released to come out to Hare Krishna. So Krishna freed him because he was sincerely trying his best. He was serving nicely. So we can check and see if this person had been a murderer before, he has killed so many people, and has been raping people. So we can check and see all the time this person has been with us. If there's any symptom of him or her doing anything of sort. If the person has spent so many years with us already and there is nothing bad from him or her, so we should check. So we should check and see if there's some traces of misdeed or some sign from him, then there should be suspicion. At least especially if the person has spent many years, 10 years, 15, 20 years already, and there's no trace at all about that. We should know that, yes, by Krishna's mercy, this person is changing. So better we pray and wish the person well to remain a devotee and keep practicing and completely give up this. Except if you see some sign, a person is still trying to practice those things, then you immediately report the case. Otherwise, it should not be taken as a threat. The person is not a threat, it's changing. If you pray, the person should continue to press and completely change and continue with his or her Krishna consciousness.
Any more questions?
So there's one question from Radhika Pati Krishnadas. Hare Krishna, Maharaj, you took us very deep in the Lord Nityananda Lila. You told us Haridas Thakura is the first devotee of the Sankirtan movement. He has beaten 21 marketplaces as practicing devotee in the Hare Krishna movement. How to understand Maharaj? Yes. How do you understand this? Haridas Thakura, he is teaching us how to be a devotee. This is what Haridas Thakura is teaching, how to be a devotee. To be a devotee, it is not that we are going to sleep on the bed of rose. So many of us are having a wrong idea in our mind when we hear chant and be happy, chant and be happy. Everyone is thinking, yes, if I go to Hare Krishna movement, I'm going to sleep on the bed of rose and eat on the golden plate, and everywhere I go as a devotee, everybody will worship me. It is completely a mistaken idea. You see that sometimes when we take to Krishna consciousness, we have more problem than when we're not a devotee. Because Krishna knows all of us and he knows our record. He knows what we need to pass through to become a devotee. So we take to Krishna consciousness. See, we are trying to clean a dirty room that has been there unclean for years. In our own case, since time immemorial, our hearts have been very, very dirty. Every time we are accumulating heavy dust. Taking to Krishna consciousness means now we want to stop bringing in dust, but we want to clean the dust which are already there for years, for lifetimes, for time immemorial. So it cannot be an easy thing. So Haridas Thakura is teaching us this. As some of us, we are going to have a lot of challenges. Not everybody, some people, that challenges is small, based on their previous karma practice. But some of us, our karma is very heavy, very, very heavy. So we will pass through heavy situations. But either we have a light karma, we have a heavy karma. We should know that it is Krishna's costless mission to purify us. Therefore, we should tolerate it. And by tolerating that, the Krishna's mercy will get purified. And that is the end of our material existence. To pay the price. To pay the price will be free. We are debtors, so we have to pay the price. Once you finish paying the price, you'll be free. So, Gurudev, how can we truly spread the grace of our Lord, our spiritual master, in the whole world? How can we truly spread the grace of our Lord, our spiritual master, in the whole world? The best way we can do that to spread the glory of the Lord, Srila Prabhupada said, a disciple can never repay the spiritual master what he's doing for us. But if we want to show appreciation for what he has done, the best way to do is to preach Krishna consciousness vigorously as he has done. Let us preach Krishna consciousness. If we don't preach Krishna consciousness to people, we are considered Agasura. That is Agasura. Cruelty. Cruelty. Envy. Envy means I don't want to see your success. I don't want to see you progress. So this is Agasura. If you don't preach Christian consciousness, we don't help people in their conditioned life to come out to the light of Christian consciousness. It's Agasura mentality. So the spiritual master will not be pleased. Non-Nityananda Prabhu will not be pleased to introduce us to the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for deliverance. So we should preach Krishna consciousness vigorously. Always we should preach. Many people are not willing to take up Krishna consciousness. Is it because of their karma or misuse of free will? Yes, it is karma. When karma is there, everything will go that way. If the karma is wrong, it will go that way. If the karma is right, it will go that way. So one to be attached to Krishna consciousness is due to karma. That is what Devahuti said in Srimad Bhagavatam. And people who are chanting Hare Krishna mantra now, they have practiced chanting in their past life and done all the necessary things. Therefore, in this lifetime, what is remaining for them is to chant Hare Krishna mantra. Nara Hari Prabhu. It is said that Lord Nityananda's wife, Sri Janabama, became the head acharya of the Gaudiya Sampradaya after the departure of Lord Nityananda and the Panchatattva. Why did it happen? Why did it happen? Wasn't there other pure devotees? Or the Goswamis would take instruction from her? Yes. That time when Lord Nityananda Prabhu left and Chaitanya Prabhu left and all the wonderful devotees, they all left. The only astounding was Mama. You see, there's something that we should try to learn in our Krishna consciousness. There are many spiritual masters, but Acharya is different. And Acharya is differently empowered by Krishna to represent it. So Acharya can establish a principle which is not common. So Janava Devi was Acharya at that time. She was Acharya. And she did not campaign to become Acharya. By her qualities, it naturally came out and everybody accepted her like that. It was not a campaign. They didn't campaign. She did not campaign. There was no ballot system to appoint her. She came out naturally. And everybody accepted that willingly, no gross, it did not happen. Let our Krishna consciousness flow naturally by our sincere practice. Today we are lobbying, we are campaigning, politicking. We are bringing Kali into this divine system. It is very, very unfortunate. Why? What the problem? The problem is that we are bringing so many unnecessary problems, anxiety to the movement, to the system, and make it very massive for everybody. We are all contributing to a difficulty we are passing to the movement, and everybody is complaining why things are not going better than what is going because of you. We should not campaign. Let everything come by purity, by the mercy of the Lord. When Nityananda Prabhu will give the blessing, there is no impediment, nothing will check our progress, nothing. But when we are acting materially, there will be a lot of obstacles and anxieties and frustrations, and nobody will be very happy. As it's happening, nobody will be happy. Everybody is anxiety. We are causing the problem. Thank you, Maharaj, for the wonderful classification. With their blessing and will, clean the heart, and when they try to become a pure servant of the Lord's devotees. Yes, we thank you. So that's actually, we thank you very much for thinking nicely and practicing very nicely. Want to be a good devotee. Yes, all of us should be a good devotee. We should follow this system very nicely. They have given this thing for us. We didn't call them out of their costless mercy. The Lord, they brought this thing down for us and they teach us the way and show us the standard. Let us simply follow the standard and we'll get there instead of unnecessarily putting each other's head together. This is not necessary. Let us be cool-headed and practice Krishna consciousness nicely. Everything will be smooth. Everything will become good. Education Maharaj has said, my humble obeisance, you told that the disciples will preach vigorously as a token of appreciation to the spiritual master. But how can a devotee who is in a neophyte level, who is practicing Krishna consciousness for very few years, preach? Prabhupada did not tell us to become a pandit before we preach Krishna consciousness. I was saying the same way. I will become a pure devotee first before I preach. My Guru Dev chastised me, saying that is not our system. It's not our system. Simply follow. The Guru said, go out, give people book. Whomever we meet, just tell Krishna, tell people we are not this body, we are spirit soul. Give them Mr. Prabhupada books to take. They should read and see something to be happy. That is what we need to do. We don't have to become a pandit to do that. Just follow. That's all. Our system is parampara. Just follow the system. Follow our acharyas. That's all. That's what we need to do. Just follow. That's all. If you follow, you'll be successful. So Prabhupada say, what can you have 5 minutes to do? Just give people the book. Let them have the book. Just pray sincerely. Oh, Prabhupada say, help me, let me give this book to people. Just pray like that. You go outside, you give them, oh, whenever you meet somebody here, collect an office or whatever. And any patient you say whether we are talking with somebody, you just bring in Krishna consciousness, how this body is useless with all the difficulties, how Krishna consciousness is so nice. It doesn't take anything, we simply channel Krishna and follow the principle and not to live like animals. But that's all. It's simple thing. You want to go and start the reading scripture, to go and post slokas, to go and bring that Satan, and go and then it will become very difficult and cumbersome. But if you simply follow, everything will be nice. Venkatesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for giving us your association. What to do if my mentality is, why not Lord Nityananda deliver me soon and let the miseries end very quickly like he did for Jagat Madai? Why is Krishna consciousness so troublesome? Yes, the answer is that we don't have that karma. We have complicated ourselves so much. So you can't imagine how dirty our heart is. We are untouchables, completely untouchable. So, and the Lord is trying to refine us. So we don't have to ask him why, when he should do this for us. And Krishna consciousness is difficult because we are sinful. That's all. This Goswami didn't say it is difficult. It's difficult because we are sinful. That is why it's difficult. It's just like a baby. Walking is difficult for a baby because it's a baby. But an adult will easily walk. And it's a pleasure. Why Nityananda Prabhu broke the Mahaprabhu's sannyas danda? Because Nityananda Prabhu, he knew Nityananda Prabhu is just a sannyasi, he is a supreme personality of Godhead. But he's just following the principle strictly, as I mentioned before. That he didn't want to take sannyas so they would not be restricted from going anywhere, can deliver. Like many people cannot enter inside Jagannath temple. So how will he fulfill his duty? He has to put himself in a situation that he can go anywhere and everywhere and deliver people without being questioned as an abadutta. So when he saw Jagannath who was strictly following sannyas rule, Nityananda was thinking, what is this? You are the Supreme Lord and is all this necessary? We allow you to take sannyas, okay, to preach to people. That is okay. All of these unnecessary things. This is not what we needed. What is needed is you are already doing it. They are preaching Krishna consciousness, inundating the whole world with the holy name. and drowning people in the holy name, the nectar of the holy name. That is what we needed, and you're already doing that. Why are you carrying on this danda? So Nityananda Prabhu took it and broke it into three pieces and put it the Bangi, Danda Bangi River. It's just 20 kilometers away from Jagannath Puri. Hare Krishna Maharaj, we are complicating the lives of future generation by putting them through materialistic education. How can we turn this situation around? Have a school, you should have Gurukul, you should have our own school. In India, there you have all the facilities to do this. All the facilities are there to do this. If you really care for your children, if you care for our children, we should have school where we can train them in Krishna consciousness. Not that they should not learn other things. They can learn. Before this time in India and also here in Africa, in the school we do crafts. Everybody know how to do all this craft, to weave things, sleeping mat, how to make bread, how to make baskets, everything. We have a natural seed, and now you go to Mexico to go and buy seed. Those days we learn all this thing in the school, how to make varieties of things. So it's a profession. So if someone wants to be a householder, you need to maintain that. To maintain, you need some money, and for that you need some profession, because not everybody is going to be a sannyasi. So we should have a school that we can train people, give people skills. They should know something. They have something to do. Not necessarily going to university, go and spoil, but do something naturally. There's so many professional things that people can do without complication. So this, and then we train the children in a very nice Krishna conscious way. So both sides are there. They have qualifications for any living. Not necessarily to go and work in the factory, but to use the soil as nature has provided. In this way, we have a very good future because our children are very happy to practice Krishna consciousness. Now, majority of our children, 80%, 90% of our children are not practicing Krishna consciousness because they are rebellious. They don't see that we have future for them. But the way we are living, we ourselves, we are living very mechanical Krishna conscious life, and we want them to do the same thing. They don't see a high quality level of Krishna consciousness in us. So they would not like to be like us. And so they are revolting. It's our duty to give them future by serving them as Krishna consciousness. By the way we practice it ourselves, they should see our Krishna consciousness in our lives. And then it will influence them to also take up the same thing. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for joining with us and for your wonderful class and also answering all the questions, Maharaj. Please accept my respectful obeisances and obeisances on behalf of all the devotees unto your lotus feet, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank everyone for giving me a chance to share with all of you. We're very happy to be with you this evening.
Thank you, Maharaj. Before that, I just request Sudham Achita Prabhu and Vrindani Mataji, please offer prasadam to Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
This is South Indian Italy, Maharaj. Sambar.
Oh, great. Yes, I like samba. No samba.
Sambar Italy.
In Italy.
And this is Sarnamil, yesterday's Sarnamil and fruits, Maharaj.
Thank you very much. This is delicious.
Thank you,
It
Maharaj.
was very much, Maharaj. We couldn't able to serve you directly. Once the
Yes,
last meeting finish,
I'm taking it already. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you, Maharaj.
We're very happy to be
Maharaj,
with you.
one more request with your permission. Shall I ask all the devotees to put on your camera so so that Maharaj.
All right.
Please accept our humble obeisances to your lotus feet.
I'm rushing.
Request all
Hare
the devotees
Krishna.
kindly please put on your video so that Maharaj can listen to you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare
Please
Krishna.
express your blessings.
Hare Krishna
I'm
Maharaj.
not seeing anyone.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandat pranams.
Hare
Please accept
Krishna.
our respectful obeisances.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna.
Please accept our humble
Maharaj.
obeisances.
Pranams Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna Maharaj. Dandavat
Hare
pranam.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare
Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandat pranams Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandat pranam.
Dandavat pranam Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandat pranam.
Hare Krishna.
His
Hare
Holiness
Krishna Maharaj.
Swami Maharaj ki.
Jai.
His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Gaura Premanande.
Hare Hare. Bo.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Thank you so much for all the devotees for joining with us today. It was really wonderful. We got an opportunity to associate with Maharaj and a really wonderful class. Thank you all. Yeah, we have few announcements.